I've moved inside from this inclement weather as we roll along here at Top Gun Day 3, 2013. We're going to get a little bit logistical with you right now, talking about the recruiting game with some recruiting experts from LRS, and they work in conjunction with FBU to help identify some of the top talent out there for the schools who are in need of a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver. Dwight Thomas handles the state of Florida. He's been with LRS for the last couple of years, as is the case for Randy Rogers, who's an evaluator of his own, and he handles Texas. Thanks for doing this, guys.
Thank you so much. Randy and I, we love what we do. Our job is a passion for us. We enjoy. We're able to stay in the game of football, and we coach many years, and in order for us to stay in football, we found us a little niche of recruiting and promoting the kids. We do it the right way, too. We don't charge them. Yeah,
well, that was right off the bat. You said to me, we're promoters for these kids, and no better place to find some talent here than FBU Top Gun.
Oh, yes. I mean, they're from all over the country, and so that's what we're doing. We're trying to identify the top 6, if you will, in each position in each year.
Well, Randy, tell me a little bit about the process maybe of identifying a player and going through that curriculum to where he becomes a senior and then is looking to make the right decision for his school.
Well, here at Top Gun, I kind of liken this to the NFL model in that we have coaches who coach the kids. We have scouts that wander around and look at the players and try to identify who the guys are. And what I really like about the process here is that we have a great rapport with the individual position coaches because they work with the kids all the time. So we have our opinions, we go to them, get their opinions, and then since they see them more than we do, they kind of always get the tiebreaker, wouldn't you say, Dwight? But still at the same time, you have lots of different eyes. What makes up a good evaluation system is multiple sets of eyes because we're all going to have difference of opinion. Then we get together, and at least the 4 of us that are working here in personnel, we're going to get together. Usually we probably meet 5 hours a day in between practices at night, etc., just to exchange ideas so we're honing in on the right kids.
Well, speaking of personnel, you get a first-hand look. You're in 2 of the top heavy states in the country in terms of football talent, in Florida and Texas. Of course, we're in Ohio. That's a hotbed as well, but it makes your job probably a little bit easier, I would think.
Yeah, because we know the skill level, if you would, and we know the tenacity of the players. We're looking for those young men that have what it takes to play at the next level.
Tell me a little bit about the history of LRS, and it's a big company, or at least in terms of the recruiting game and that aspect of it, it's pretty new to the scene, correct?
We've been doing it 12 years. I've been with LRS for 12 years, and we're a software company, and that's why they provide the software to control the data and the links to the highlights and the game tapes and everything. It's all in one place for them. I like to think that Randy and I and George and Dan, we're sort of filters for the colleges. They get inundated with video, with information, with all of the alumni wanting their players or their family, to get an opportunity to go there. So they get so much of that. So Randy and I we can sort of filter that out for them some and find the guys that have the maturity and the ability, and God's given them enough size and strength and speed and to play at the next level. Try to help them to find out what level they have the best chance of succeeding at.
And Randy, you had said before even you'd started doing stuff with LRS, you had your own streamlined recruiting service. Tell me a little bit about how often you're in contact with the schools and maybe how they're reaching out to you in terms of need and availability.
Yeah, the only time I work with LRS is here in the FBU experience. So I've been in business. I was a college recruiting coordinator and a head coach for a long time and started my business 15 years ago. And what I try to do is I think the 2 critical aspects of the recruiting process are the identification of players and then the evaluation of players. So what I try to do is be ahead of the curve in the state of Texas to identify kids all the way down into the freshman class, at least get with feedback from the high school coaches. Of course, they're the ones in best position to identify, and then do as much evaluation of videos, see them in camps, be live, so that you have information that you're going to save time for the college coach because the NCAA, fortunately or unfortunately, the NCAA puts restrictions on what college coaches can do. Right. Certainly, technology and the advent of technology has changed a lot and accelerated the process, but still, as Dwight mentioned earlier, regardless of technology, you've got to be able to start somewhere, and that's kind of what I've tried to do is be ahead of the curve so that college coaches can come to me to say, okay, we need to be focusing on tall wide receivers in the class of 2015. Who's out there, and I have to have that kind of information ready for them.
And as the information you had given before, being here at Top Gun, second time around for both of you, it's got to be right in your wheelhouse with what FBU provides to help you guys out and do your job.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they get them here because the kids want it to be exposed. They want to increase their skill level, as I said, and getting coached by these great coaches, all of them that's been in the NFL. Every coach out there played in the NFL, and they actually coach, and they coach hard, and it is a great experience for the kids and the family. FBU does such a great job working with the parents. It's a class organization from top to bottom, and our niche, if you will, is to help promote those kids out of this camp.
Kind of makes you have to laugh going back maybe 10, 15 years ago and thinking, if this was around then, it would have been lickety-split.
Yeah, well, the downside of all that is there are so many kids here. I mean, there are well over 700 kids, and so even though the talent level's pretty good, and it's not hard to spot the really, really good ones, you've just got so many really good too many good kids, which is a real testament to the high school coaching across the country, because that's one of the reasons that the kids are better is because the quality of coaching in high school is better.
Well, great stuff, guys, and enjoy the rest of your time here at Top Gun. Thanks for taking a little bit of time to talk with us here today.
Thank you. Thanks for allowing us.
All right, Dwight Thomas, Randy Rogers, LRS, as they look for the next best and brightest in high school football to help into the college game across America.